Let's take two. Body frame size determined by a person's wrist circumference in relation to height. A researcher measures the wrist circumference and the height of a random sample of individuals. The data is displayed below. So here's our data, right? Here's the wrist circumference. Here's the height along the y-axis. Wrist is x-axis. It says write the equation for the line of best fit. Well, the y is the height, x is our wrist, and this is going to be our slope right here. So I'm going to type that in there. And then this is going to be our intercept, right? So I'm going to type that in there, right? Remember what y represents for us. It represents height and x represents wrist. So in a later problem, we have to plug an x value in for wrist. We'll do that in a second. The correlation coefficient is just r, so we're just going to do r there, right? So 0.8482. The coefficient of determination is r squared. Let's not worry about this adjusted r squared. Just ignore that for forever until you go on into another statistics class, I guess. It says use the equation of the line of best fit to predict the height of a person with a wrist circumference of 6 inches. So here we're going to go back to our equation. Let me get my calculator. Right? I'm going to go back to this equation and type, instead of x, I'm going to type in 6. Right, so let's do that. I'm just going to type out the whole thing there. 7.4647 times 6 plus 17.5962. And so it says, what does it say? 62.3844. So that's how tall that person would be if their wrist circumference is 6 inches. It's pretty tall. It's taller than I am. One of the points on the scatter plot is this one. Calculate the residual for this point. It says hint y minus y bar. So I should so what do I need to do? I need to actually get something to type on here. Oh my goodness. So okay, I'm I'm stuck. I need a Google Sheet. That's what I need. Here we go. Sorry. Oh my goodness. It's the last week of classes. Oh, I feel crazed. All right, where are we? We're here. We're going over. We're moving this thing over to here. So it says one point on the scatter plot is this thing. Let me take my equation here. I want to make sure this is a copy. Okay, that looks good. Just kind of open up a new sheet here to work on, do some math on this thing. So here's my equation. Doesn't really do anything for me yet, so I'll say equals. It's going to say error because it needs some cell, but that's weird. Let's put the x value, we'll make x times a2. So whatever we plug in for a2 will be our x value. So it says this is a point on the scatter plot, 7.9, 83.6. So let me type in 7.9. What is the output? So 7.9 is actually, if they have a wrist circumference of 7.9 inches, their height should be 76 inches, right, according to our line. But the height of this person was 83 inches. So what we have to do is we have to do equals 83 minus, to get the residual, right, 83 minus what this height is. And we get 6.43267. So let's do that. 6.4327. So let me talk real quick about what I just did again. The residual is how far off our point is from our line. So we're talking about 7.9 as the x value. So it's like right here, right? And this is the point that our line predicts, but the actual point is like way up here. So we want to know how long that is, like how long that piece is from here to here. And so we get this actual point, we get the y value on our line. The y value on our line is 76.5. And we subtract that from the value that we saw from our sampling. So that's our residual. And we get 6.43. All right, so that's what just happened. The mean wrist circumference for this data is 6.96 inches. Predict the mean height for this data. So we just take our line again and plug in 6.96. So let's go ahead and do that here. 6.967. And our mean height should be 69.6. 69.6. I don't know how many decimals I need to go out. 027, I think. 027, oh, it should be 028. Hopefully that works. When predicting heights, what is a typical error using this linear model? So we want to know what the standard error is, right? Standard error of estimate. So we just go up here and get our standard error. just going to copy it. 4.29. All right, we hit submit, and it says, oh, one of them's wrong. Which one is wrong? My residual. One of the points on the scatter plot. 7.983.6. Did I type this in right? Oh, I was lazy. 83.6. There we go. So what does it say? 13.99. Oh, it's quite a difference. Oh, because it's a new number now. So let's, oh my goodness, let's fix all this stuff. 7.9. There we go. So 7.03. Let's copy this. Oh, copy. I just was lazy. I should have typed in 83.6. And I just typed in 83 instead. So hit submit again, and it likes it this time. All right. So let's walk through the problem. Most of the stuff is just taken from this data right here, right? This is our R value, so that's the answer to C. That's our coefficient. Oh, sorry, that's our answer to B. That's our correlation coefficient. This is our R squared. That's the answer to C. The line is made up of, it's like always y hat equals this x plus this, right? And so that's that thing. And then we're just plugging values into our line. So I plugged in 6 and I got that number. I plugged in 6 for x, right? And I got that number. And then I plugged in 7.9 and I got some number, but then I subtracted that number from 83.6. And then I plugged in 6.967 into this thing because it's saying that's our mean wrist from the data. And I got this for our height. And then finally the standard error or typical error is just that thing. So I just copied it from up here. All right, so I hope that's okay. Let me know if you have more questions on this problem.